What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And Spurs, take a look, man. Ah, man. Forget about the trading, first of all. It's just so amazing to see that we've won the Europa League, made it into the Champions League, gonna be playing the UEFA Super Cup in August. I mean, this is just monumental stuff. I cannot believe it after, look at this. 17 long years without a trophy. 17 long years, 41 years without a European trophy. We broke that duck tonight. Oh man, I know this is a trading channel. I get it. I'm documenting my journey in trading, but part of trading is life, right? Life and trading resemble each other a lot. So, seeing my favorite club, my hometown club, do so well in the Champions League. Oh my gosh. So well to make it to the Champions League, so well to win the Europa League final. It's just so amazing to me. So I had to get that out there. To any football fans, soccer fans in America, um, I hope that you guys, to be honest, it was a terrible game, absolutely terrible game. But for me, I almost had a heart attack. I was so nervous. I was nervous yesterday. I didn't feel good yesterday after I left work. And I left work early today, come back home, watch the game. Oh, I couldn't have asked for anything more. So I kind of want to talk about Spurs a little bit later too, in regards to trading. But for now, let's kind of go over the trades that we took today. Um, so as you can see here, I mean, you can literally see this is our end setup, right? So I put it on replay already to kind of show you what I want. Something I've been adding too, um, aside from volume profile, aside from waiting for um my trade setup to work, you know. Aside from all of that, is adding significant volume. Now, what does that mean, right? So I have TradingView, and significant volume to me is any candle that breaks a zone on higher than normal volume. I kind of look at that and say, okay, that volume here, you can see to the left here under VWAP, that volume is 634 for this candle that broke this zone, right? Which is what we were looking for. Then the next candle, significant volume, 506, 612, right? Then we had another significant volume, 624, right? So you can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? And then here you can see significant volume, 551, 553. You have another one here on this candle, 685. So minimum significant volume for all of these candles was at least 500, right? So I start setting alerts now for that minimum significant volume of 500. You can see here on the right, volume crossing 500. So that's what I do. First, I want to wait for the break of the zones, right? Again, using volume profile. It's kind of hard to see today. To be honest, I don't really care. I'm so tired. I want to go eat. I want to go watch more Spurs content. But again, we are a trading channel documenting the journey, and this is going to be important for me when I come back to this video. We'll probably go over more tomorrow. But first, we want to break the zone on high volume, which we did right here, right? We did. But I wanted to make sure it was a good break, right? Because we didn't add on this trade until about, oh, actually, we did add here. So, yeah, so it was a break here, good break, high volume break, right? We continued on high volume as well, so that was fine with me. Here we get our first significant move on high volume. So I put a limit order for, I think it was 175. All right, I kind of wanted to get in, but I was so late already, right? I was already so late. I wanted something a little bit better. I should have gotten in at 171, but it's fine. I was a little bit late on looking at the chart, so we got that, right? So I'm comfortable, but I only added one contract. Why? Because we're popping up so fast, and even though those are my rules, I was like, that's kind of too quick, right? I believe we're gonna pull back, which we did, right? So we pulled back and we continue. Right, so now again, I mean, you see this candle here, I added on that candle. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see. Yep, I added on that candle. right? Another contract there. And then I think I added one more, 176.50, because I wanted my stop loss to be at like 300. So we only won 130 on the day, right? And people would say that's a negative RR. It's true. But I also knew too that this had a really high chance of winning. This setup is really good. You can see that I've had 3 winning days in a row. It doesn't mean that it always works, clearly, right? I lose quite a bit. But I knew that we didn't really have a lot of room to run, right? Especially since we're getting in so high. So I just wanted to add enough contracts for me to get at least $100 or more, depending on how quickly and how fast it runs and how far it goes, right? So we added a couple more, but then we experienced some drawdown, right? Because of where we added, we had some drawdown. But again, look at the significant volume. This is 775, this is 827. You can see that the significant volume is high. 605 here as well for this top wick. And this wick scared me because I'm like, oh man, my stop loss is the last pivot point, right? Underneath prior day value area lows. So I'm like, if we go that low, then I've lost a trade, clearly, right? So again, pulling back here, nothing wrong with that, right? Still no significant volume. From this candle here, there is no, except for this one here, there's no significant candle to the downside as of yet, right? So we continue. Wick, that's not significant volume, so I don't really care. That's also too how you can trade the 1 minute is by trading significant volume because you wouldn't get faked out by a move such as this, right? Thinking, oh, we're gonna start heading higher immediately. We might not, right? So there's your significant volume, right? If I were entering or re-entering this trade, it would be right here immediately. I don't like the top wick there, but I still think it's valid. Um, and then we continue, top wick again, continuing, right? So my target first was about 195, or this top wick here, yeah, 195. So we put it a tick below that. And then I really wanted the 200s or close to the 200s. And then ultimately I did want about 220, which we kind of came close to that, but we did not fully get. So I end up getting what I want here on these candles. Let's come back here, right? 199.50, 194.75, 194.75. And then we're out of the trade, and that was it. So going back to Spurs, I love my team, I love my squad, and it's something that I really wanted to go to England, go to the parade, be there on Friday. I was gonna, as soon as I left work tomorrow, or I was just going to drive to the airport, whether it's the airport near me or a few hours away for a cheaper price. That's what I was going to do. But about a few weeks ago, I think it was about um maybe I think it was about here this week. I said I really want to. I said I wanted to go to the final, but in reality, I was like, I don't. Going to the final wouldn't make any sense for me. It'd be going to the parade, right? Flying back home to London, going to the parade, um, and being able to be a part of that and being able to enjoy that. And I said I wanted to make enough money for myself to be able to do that. But I think after this good week, I just kind of failed myself. I failed myself. I failed everything I wanted to do because I wanted to rush the process. I wanted to um, improve. I wanted to get the money quickly, right? So that's why you had days like this Monday here, or this Monday night, or this Tuesday night, or this Wednesday night. By the way, Wednesday night woes are over. Definitely over today. But because I did that to myself this week, and then because I did it to myself here Sunday night as well, right? I didn't give myself the opportunity to be able to do that. And that does hurt. I could take a payout right now, which would be really cool. But now I'm kind of about 12, 1100, $1,200 now in drawdown from being down to 700, 700, 800. So that's massive improvement, right? We have a good day tomorrow. as well. We take another good trade tomorrow. We could potentially be break even on the month. That's amazing. Or we could potentially have had a positive week or break even week. That's amazing, right? So all that damage that I did here, you take that day away. Again, it should have been a winning trade. This trade and then this trade. These 2 days were winners. So unfortunate, but I did it to myself. I did it to myself, you know? And I'm kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. We live and we learn. And because of that, now I'm doing the 30 trade challenge. It's because, you don't trade every day. But a 30 trade challenge where we try and aim to do that. And it's probably, if I trade every day, it's probably going to take me about 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks. And I guarantee you, come June, right? Come June, maybe come June 20th, about a month from now, we'll see where we're at. And I guarantee you, I don't guarantee you, but my edge works, right? So I'm most likely going to be taking a $2,000 payout. I'm most likely going to be passing all of these other combines, right? So this one is pretty close to being passed. Not pretty close, but um, we're about $1,800 away. So it's like, that's what it's about. That's what I want. So we got to keep working hard, but it's because of that I failed myself. I didn't trade the way I should have, like how I'm trading now. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and it's killed me. And I kind of feel bad about that, that I'm not going to be able to go there. Like my brother and my brother who's a Manchester United fan, by the way, that sucks for him. But he offered to give me $250. My mom, same thing, $250 in order for me to go and travel, but it's just so expensive, because it's the flight there, it's a short-term flight, and then not only that too, um, not only that, it's like I have to pay for food there. I don't have to pay for a hotel because my grandma has an apartment there, so that's nice, but it's still one of those things where it's like if I had done well these last 2 weeks, if I had traded the way I have been trading these last 3 days, if I just stuck to my system, not become so emotional about it, right? Then it would be better for me. Like today, I was emotional, but that's because of the game. But the trade, I was in drawdown. I was like down $100, $120. I was like, bro, like we have to wait for a signal for us to be able to get out of this trade. If it shows, then I'm getting out of this trade. Even this pullback here, I'm like, there's no reason for me to get out of this trade, right? If we start closing below here, retesting this level, and then continuing lower, then I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of the trade, right? But that's why we have our stop losses in place. And I think that's the thing that I'm most proud of these last 3 days of trading is using significant volume profile, and just trading correctly and waiting for the proper setup. Now, these setups today, would I call them A plus? No, right? Just because of the way that they shot up, right? But I entered where I was supposed to, you know? I did what I was supposed to do. We literally got out at the top too, for right now anyway. So we literally did what we were supposed to do. So for me, I'm like, that's fine. I'm okay. I'm fine with that. So I would call them like B plus setups. They are B plus setups, right? If this had significant volume down here and we get in here, right? Or same thing here, right? Where it's not too far away, then yeah, that's an A plus setup. But because of that aspect, and that has nothing to do with me, it was A plus execution. It was just not an A plus setup. So, but another good trade under our belt today. Super excited, super happy about that. But even more excited for all the Spurs fans, whoever's watching, who's a Spurs fan, man. Oh, so happy for everyone, for our club, for the fans. I pray that Daniel Levy, the bald fraud, um, I pray that he sees this and he capitalizes on this and he says, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to drop 200 million pounds and we're going to buy some of the best players in the world. I hope that he backs Ange. I'm still Ange in. I was Ange out a month ago because I was like, I can't take this football anymore. But the Dross football ended up winning us a European title. That's so crazy. I know it's a trading channel, but I'm just so excited. I love this club. Like, you can see that I love this club so much, and it's just so amazing. But anyway, that's about it for this video, guys. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I want to go play Pokemon. Um, but good trade today. Another good trade today. Super excited about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good week too. Unless you're a Manchester United fan, that's kind of rough. My coworker literally wore, under his scrub top, he wore a Manchester United shirt. So tomorrow when I go into work, I'm just gonna give him a hug and say I'm sorry, but I'm happy at the same time. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are doing or having a good week. It's been hard. It's been hard this week and last week too. Just the markets in general has been very difficult. Um, but I hope you guys are trading well and doing the best that you can. And yeah, um, keep trading stoically. And you Spurs, come on! European champions. I can't believe it. I'm gonna be in dreamland for the next week or so. I'll see you guys in the next video.